Hi everyone. Hi. Hi Bells. Hi honey. Hello. I'm making a Roblox MV. Well, if you need to go to concentrate, that's fine. If not, you can multitask. Hi Jackie. How is everyone? I'm playing Luna because, out of respect for Luna after the whole fiasco at their Chicago concert, I feel like the best thing to do is play one of their songs, I'm still shocked by how I'm shocked by how the Chicago fans acted at that concert. It's scary. Like, I feel like maybe that's me just being stupid, but I expect better from K-pop fans, not to put idols in that compromising position, especially because I don't know, they're in a foreign country, you're giving them a bad look, not just at your country, but you. The worst part was it was adults who started that whole chanting thing. At your grown age, what? I'm good. I'm just going to say this before we start talking about other stuff. Your streams really help me with my anxiety that I get before I go to sleep. That's good. You know what? I actually get that same anxiety, especially during school. I I don't want to call it insomnia because I'm not medically diagnosed, but I can't go to sleep at night. I've tried everything. I've tried medication. I've tried teas and everything, and I just can't go to sleep because I'm always thinking about anything, whether it be school or work or just, being social. It scares me completely. But I'm happy my live can help you. I'm happy about that. Hi, Peachy. Hello. Hi. Hi, everyone. Vivi even told them it was Kim Lip's turn, yet they kept chanting. That's so weird. Be nice. I'm just gonna put on a K-pop playlist. Let's skip Girls' Generation. I'm not an auntie. I can't stand the song. I'm sorry. I don't really like it. But you haven't missed anything yet. Just started the live. Even though Vivi is my bias, along with Chu, it's still disrespectful to yell at other members' names. It reminds me of members doing lives and the comments asking where the other member is. Yeah, it's just not nice. I understand wanting to see your fave and having a bias, but it's a group. So sometimes other members are going to shine over other members. Sometimes your bias isn't going to be the center of attention in something, and you have to learn to just, patiently sit there and listen to the other member who's speaking. This is child's play. That's something you learn as a child, to listen when the speaker is speaking. That's stuff you learn in school. I just can't believe that everyone in that stadium just hasn't been to school or just hasn't been taught that basic respect. So it's really upsetting that it played out like that. Exactly. I heard Kim Lip left the stage. I heard she cried. Like that is that's crazy. That is actually insane. Any orbits who were there during the Chicago concert should be immensely um like disappointed in themselves. They should be embarrassed. Like you should be lucky if Luna ever comes back to Chicago after that, because I'm just thinking as an artist myself, I would never want to go back to any place that treated me with that level of disrespect, where the artist had to walk off stage because she couldn't take it. Like that is actually insane. I think Kim Lip didn't return to the stage and didn't even go to the fan meet after, as she should. She does not need to go after that level of disrespect. They'd be lucky enough to see Luna in concert again in Chicago. They should be lucky enough that all the members, even that's the members who went to the fan meet, even went. Because to be honest, if I was in the group, I wouldn't have gone. What's going on? What happened? So basically, um, at Luna's Chicago concert, it was it Kim Lip who was talking, and all the fans kept on screaming for Vivi, and no one would listen, and Kim Lip just went off stage. That's the basics of it, you know. Luna will never go to Chicago after this, as they should. I hope they don't. I hope they don't go. Like, it doesn't matter if there's money there. If the company has any respect for their idols, they won't go back. They won't. Literally, just after I learned about the Luna incident, a YouTuber I watched made a video about Gen Z needing some concert etiquette. I think the people at the concert need to watch it. Yeah, because, listen, when you go to a concert, yes, you paid the tickets, but there's also a certain level of respect you need to have for the artist who's taking time out of their day to perform for you. Just as much as you spent a lot of money, the artist spent a lot of time practicing so then they could dance and sing for you. So you should be respectful enough to listen to the artist and to behave at a concert. Like, concert etiquette is so important because it's not only for the physical safety of the attenders and the artists, but also mental. Like, mentally, an artist is not going to be at their best if the crowd isn't behaving, you know? It's crazy. Both Korean and international fans are bad. I don't even know why like I will call out both, but I don't know why some Korean fans or some international fans will act like it's the other side doing everything. Like, both are just equally bad. Even children have better etiquette than that. That's what I'm saying. Like, children literally listen, like, in class in school. Not all the time, but like it's pretty basic in school to learn, do not talk when the teacher's talking, don't talk when, the person, like, some schools even had talking sticks. Like, I don't think these concerts should have that. Like, should the Luna members have a talking stick to show when they want to talk and everyone can be quiet? Like, I think that's really stupid. But moving on from that, um, let's get to reading the unpopular opinions or K-pop opinions. The first site that I actually got them from is Twitter. I literally didn't plan this, but I thought it'd be a fun idea because, why not? It would be like a live of K-pop unpopular opinions instead of making a video about it. Okay, so the first one is unpopular opinion: but TikTok is the worst thing to ever happen to K-pop. What are we feeling about that? Yes or no? K-pop TikTok is the worst thing to ever happen to K-pop. Mm, here, let me do a poll. That would actually be easier. So then, mm, agree? Yes. TikTok is so toxic. Good for music going viral, but bad for misinformation. Mm. I feel like Twitter. I feel like Twitter is definitely worse than TikTok, but yes, TikTok also has also had a negative effect. Correction, TikTok is the worst thing to happen to life. K-pop groups care more about their songs trending than being good. Okay, and I think that's why I actually think TikTok is worse than Twitter. Twitter is like the central zone of toxicity in K-pop. I'm not going to like fight anyone on that, but like not only is TikTok toxic, but like it also breeds the worst songs. Like there's so many songs that we wouldn't have gotten in exchange for better songs if TikTok wasn't a thing. But because K-pop companies don't think they need to like add any pizzazz to their songs anymore, they just need to have a good like choreo and a good chorus for a TikTok. Like it's completely ruined K-pop music, and that's because like you'll only get the smallest bit of K-pop songs that are actually genuine, who want to be good. And you can usually tell. Like for example, I feel like Red Velvet is one group that hasn't fallen for the TikTok trap. Like their songs are still very musically there, and you can tell that every song was thought through, you know? But other groups, especially fourth gen groups, cannot say the same. Zoom by Jesse went viral because of TikTok. Exactly. And Zoom by Jesse has to be by far, no, it has to be by far one of the most low bar songs. But it went so popular because of that chorus. And the chorus is catchy. But you see how the chorus is catchy and that's it? Nothing else about that song is stand out because no one was thinking in that studio, no one was thinking how are we going to make a good song. Everyone was thinking how are we going to make a good TikTok trend. Like ugh, it's genuinely sad. So I low-key agree with this opinion. It is the worst thing to ever happen to K-pop. Not only did it breed a new type of toxicity with K-pop fans from Twitter, but it also is the sole reason for why we get dog shit music. That's crazy. I agree with this. Moving on. Moving on. Let's see. Okay. This one's not really an opinion, but this one could be talked about. K-pop opinions that might get me in trouble, and then it's the most basic and logical opinion. Cuz I think we need to talk about this. And I think I sometimes dive into that too, but that's because like I don't know. Sometimes I just want to make a opinion video and I need one last opinion, so it's basic. Maybe that's not really me. I feel like even if sometimes my opinions are something that everyone can agree with, it's still my true opinion. But I also agree that like some people make opinions videos and it's just like I think K-pop idols should be allowed to date. Whoa. That's crazy. I literally the whole world has that opinion. The only people who kind of disagree are K-pop companies, but like everyone else pretty much agrees. I think it's dumb that I think it's dumb that that's even an opinion. Let me find like let me go on Reddit. Twitter's just not Twitter's not giving good opinions. Twitter is just giving like it's just giving like I hate opinions. So we need something better. Let me get K-pop Reddit cuz that's where it gets real juicy. Mm-mm. Um let's see if I can share my screen. Exactly. K-pop opinions you disagree with, and then it's the most popular opinions. Ah, some people genuinely, I think they make YouTube channels and then create opinion videos just to be edgy. Like I swear, some of y'all actually no. Cuz I know there's some people who make those I disagree with this opinion videos and then it's like the dumbest opinions to disagree with. Like what? You don't believe K-pop idols should have rights? Like what? Okay. Let's see if I can share my screen. Mm, window. What about this one? Okay. Is it like okay? Can you guys still hear me if I'm reading from this page? Answer yes or no so then I can know. Because I swear the last time I don't think anyone could hear me. Okay. 'Cause I was like, the last time I did the game thing, I was like, can people hear me? Like, am I being heard or am I just speaking out of my ass and no one is hearing me? Like, what? The screen on my phone is kind of blurry. Because of that, I'll do my best to read out every opinion. But I'm just telling y'all, I have a weird, like, if it's long, I start to squander my words a little bit. So I'll try my best to read. Okay. Oh, you couldn't hear me? Okay. So maybe okay. Well, I just read the whole thing. I just read the whole thing. Um, but how do you feel about that opinion? I'll just put the title up there. Um, how do you feel about that opinion? I'm not a fan of Love Dive. I feel like that's just one like you either are or you aren't. That's, you know. I feel like that's one where you either are or you aren't, you know. I personally agree. I'm sorry. I'll never get the Ive hype. I never will. I don't hate the girls. I think they're nice. I think they're all pretty, you know. But I don't really get it. I kind of get it because of the aesthetic. Like Ive's aesthetic is always good. Have you seen their concept photos? But like I don't know. Song wise, like I can't get into it. So I kind of agree. Music is subjective, so exactly. This is like it's like an opinion where it's not wrong, but it's not right. It's just an opinion that can be correct or wrong depending on who you ask. It's like a music thing. I don't think it's song of the year, but I think people called it that because of the narcissistic part. What do you guys think is song of the year? I'm just being honest. I could not tell you. Everything's been hella mid. Everything has been really really mid this year. It's quite a shame to be honest. um hmm what is song of the year? I'm like trying to think because I think it should be Feel My Rhythm. Feel My Rhythm. Hype boy. See, the new Sarah right now would be like, yes, hype boy is that bitch, but like, it's not hype boy. It can't be hype boy. Like, I love hype boy, but it can't. Strawberry Cake by Extraordinary Heroes is one that I like right now, but I haven't found a song of the year yet. Feel My Rhythm is amazing. Okay, so what I'm seeing is Feel My Rhythm. I'd be okay with Feel My Rhythm winning because I feel like it's one of the only K-pop songs that was genuinely for the music. It was for the music. Give me 1 second. I'm back. I hope it's not Tomboy. I'm just going to be honest. It's probably going to be like BTS Yet to Come or something like that. Like that's who's actually going to win. Don't get it twisted, guys. Like the people who are actually going to win are going to be BTS. And I'm not just saying this as an anti-army thing. Like I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm not waiting for Mama. I'm waiting for the KTube like awards, you know, the ones that KTubers make. I do not give a fuck about Mama. Excuse my language, but I really don't care. I don't think they hold any relevance to the actual music space in K-pop. It's a popularity award, so we're all just waiting for the actual KTube awards to come where the KTubers actually ask their communities. So, you know, but I feel like it'll either be Feel My Rhythm or, mm, yeah, it's gonna be Love Dive. Okay, Love Dive, Feel My Rhythm, mm, and I feel like there's gonna be a boy group song in there. Maybe a Stray Kids song. Maybe a Stray Kids song. You guys think, or am I being too, you know? I feel like a Stray Kids song might be there. I Maniac, not. I feel like Maniac could be in there just because Stray Kids fandom is that big. Mm, yeah, genuinely hope it's not Maniac. No, because I don't think personally, and this isn't just like me being edgy girl group stan, anti boy group. Genuinely, a boy group should not be winning this award this year. A boy group does not deserve to win Song of the Year this year. I'm sorry. It's no, no. Boy groups were not giving Song of the Year material. They were giving Song of the Month material, but not Song of the Year. That's where the girlies came in. Song of the Year is strictly for the girl groups this year. So if a boy group wins it, well, damn. I guess it's not right. Like, what? Boy groups have been missing this year for some reason. Boy groups have been missing since 2021. There's a small minuscule of them who weren't, but like this year is so short. This year, if you wanted to find good boy groups, you had to go to Nugu territory because the big ones were not hitting at all. Even though Maniac did get me back into K-pop, but now it's so bad. How did I even like it? Like, I don't know. The chorus is catchy, do not get me wrong, but like the rest of the song, I don't know, it's just there. But anyway, on to the next opinion. Oh, hmm, okay, okay, hmm. Jisung is the second best rapper in NCT Dream. Okay. There might be some people who think Jeno or Jamin at better are better in terms of technicality or skill, but in my opinion, that may be swayed by the fact that Jisung gets the least amount of lines compared to the rest of the rap line as of late. It still stands. I think his voice just sounds so pleasing to the ears whenever he raps and honestly sings. For example, in Birthday Party and Vroom, Hello Future, and Saturday Drip, he really stands out to me. His voice really suits his lines and it doesn't sound awkward or forced, like he really puts in effort. I don't want to say much about the Jamin or Jeno because I think they're great, but I prefer Jisung more. I just wish SM gave him more lines and pushed him a bit more. Um, okay. I see. I don't keep up with NCT so much anymore, so I don't know. To be honest, I can't say anything because I haven't really either. The last time I kept up with NCT was like 2019. Um, hmm. Like and NCT just hasn't been relevant for so like they've been so irrelevant recently. I can't speak on it. All I know is that Mark is my favorite rapper. I don't even care if he's corny, he's my corny. All it took for me to fall in love was his jopping rap. Like, oh, I do not know the other rappers, but Mark, my Canadian boy, yes. Yes. Mhm. I don't need to hear the other members. He's my favorite. I don't care. Yeah, I don't know anything about NCT. They're just I don't know. I feel like you can only talk about NCT like down to the details if you follow NCT. There's just too many of them to know all the lore, you know? Opinionated, but I'm always spitting straight facts. Exactly. 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 It's the way he says his line. I was like, oh, 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 damn. Okay. Okay. Like, uh, I love Mark's rapping. I love it. It's corny. It has a little bit of a black scent. But what idol doesn't? Let's be honest. I love it. I love it. But let's move on. Let's move on to something else. Um 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I muted myself because, I had to, but I'm back. Did you guys miss me for the 1 minute that I wasn't there? I know. My lost presence could be felt. Still waiting for my femboy concept from a boy group. It'll be TXT. I promise you. It'll be TXT. Okay. Next opinion is this. Is it work? Okay. Let's see. Twice continues to lose momentum and need to shock the system to get people interested again. Their recent first video teaser after their longest hiatus as a group and renewal news is currently trending on YouTube in the following countries. Okay. Okay. For everything you hear about Blackpink doing big numbers because of their hiatuses, Twice will most likely only better album sales versus their previous comebacks, which is in line with what 99% of groups are doing these days. Anyway, so just not that impressive anymore. Just a product of global market growing and better distribution. Their songs have lacked impact since 2019, and at this point, they purely rely on TikTok and simple choreo. The feels and recently Pop for Nyan were driven by that. In my opinion, Twice just continue to play it too safe, hence why they consistently fail to make noise when they come back now, and need to rely on TikTok and their choreo to do the work. They are going for a retro/disco vibe again. They need their the boys moment, but 7 years in, and they have still have they 7 years in, and they have still have things such as teddy bears being shot at in their teasers. At some point, their concepts have consistently matured past the superficial point of the wardrobe. Surely. Okay, I can't even read this thing correctly, but what I'm getting at is this person is saying that Twice, like it says, Twice is momentum. Um, Twice needs to get people interested again. Hmm. Am I the only one who didn't like pop? I didn't like pop. It was never added to my playlist. Not even the chorus interested me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nyan. Like, I love Nyan. She's great. But it was so boring. There is nothing there. There was nothing there. Hmm. Interesting, I guess. I see their point. I agree, but I don't. I feel like I'm there. Like, I see where they're coming from. Like, I can see that. I feel like Twice hype has somewhat dialed down, but I feel like it's also gotten better, you know? I don't know. This is an odd opinion. I don't know whether I agree or not. Pop grew on me, but I don't listen to it anymore. It's definitely a song of the month, not a song of the year, you know? I kind of agree but disagree at the same time. I agree that Twice is losing momentum, but I don't think they need to. Yeah, that's the one opinion that like I don't agree with. I don't think Twice needed TikTok. It just so happens that they have very famous songs on TikTok because I don't know, there's a lot of onces on there. There's a lot of onces on TikTok. Oh my goodness. Pop was okay. It was fine. Also, the collab with Felix was so bad too. He felt so out of place in the song. And he shouldn't have been there. It would have been more digestible if he just wasn't there. Pop, pop. What was the little dance move with the hands? That was pretty TikTok like, but I don't think it was specifically made for TikTok. Maybe. Maybe. It probably was. I wouldn't be surprised. But I feel like that's just a thing with Twice. All of their songs could be considered made for TikTok. They're all pretty easy to learn, you know? I felt like he sneaked himself in there. Like he put himself on the track while everyone was sleeping in the studio. Who told Felix that he fit the song well? I'm telling you, I feel like it was just to be nice. I she was probably being nice, you know. Nyan's very nice because someone lied to him. Someone lied to him, whether it be Nyan, JYP, the producers, whoever. Someone lied to him and told him that was good. I feel bad. It's quite honestly the worst song on that album. And I hate to say it, but that's strictly his fault. I don't have any bad feelings towards Felix, but I mean, what can I say? It's there. Okay, next opinion. I feel like Nyan felt bad, so she said he sounded good or something. There's no way. Felix in the song fits just as well as the glass slippers on the steps. True. If you really squeeze him in there, it'll be okay. It'll be uncomfortable, but it'll be okay. Okay. Let's see. Most groups should have their own universe, storyline, lore, etc. First of all, I'm just going to read the one paragraph. I'm sorry. I hate being that meme, but I am not going to read all of that. my throat will literally. First of all, I know for a fact this is extremely unpopular because when groups do this type of stuff, it's aimed towards a very specific group of people. Not many people watch an aespa or TXTMV trying to figure out how everything ties into their universe. But personally, I feel like when groups do this, it adds a new level of fan interaction. I have so much appreciation towards the people who write out these storylines and how producers and songwriters would make music based off the storyline, based off the storytelling, knowing very well so many people will just skip over that aspect. Hmm. Um, I don't I don't disagree that okay. I don't disagree that it's good when a group has a storyline, but I disagree with the opinion that most groups should have it. Cuz here's the thing with storylines, you have to take your time with it. If you don't actually care about the storyline and you just make one, it's going to look very not half baked, not done, and it'll be bad. Hi, Haru. Hi. How are you? Disagree, they'll throw it away 2 years into the career. Exactly. It's a waste of time. It is a huge waste of time. Like you it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Cuz then you'll have people invested in the storyline and then you'll have people not invested in it and then at some point the group will stop doing it. And then it's not worth it because then you'll have people overanalyzing every single thing, even after the storyline is over. I mean, look at the army still obsessing over BTS's storyline, acting like anything they've done recently ties into anything they did back in 2016 and 17. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but butter has no correlation to blood, sweat, and tears. It's just not a thing. It's really not. Hard disagree. Not all groups should have a universe, lore, story type concept. It's getting overused entire. That too. Like how many more groups are gonna have a concept with a storyline or a universe or some magical lore? Like it's overdone. It's so I'm tired of it. Just make good music. Make good music and have an aesthetic concept. I don't care about the storyline. I don't care about the message. As long as you're not promoting some terrible, terrible behavior, I don't care. Like, make good music. That's it. I personally like lore and stuff, but it's fine if a group doesn't have lore. Exactly. It's perfectly fine. I like the groups that do, but if everyone else started doing it, it would be a little too much to take away the specialty of the groups that do participate in the storyline creation. Exactly. It's kind of like if everyone's doing a storyline, is it really important anymore? Wait, wait, why? What? What's wrong? Are you okay? The only storyline I like is SM's Kwanya storyline and maybe Luna. The rest are just there for excitement. Yeah, it's not doing anything anymore. Hi. Hi, relevant. Okay, so I think we all just agree that we do not agree with this opinion. Okay. I'm going through it, but we're still thriving. I'm happy to hear that. Keep thriving. Oh. Okay. Hmm. I used to love TXT lore, but as usual, Hybe is just bad at their job. Yeah. Are they even following a lore anymore? I don't really know. I don't really know. Blackpink videos make no sense. Since we're finally getting a Blackpink comeback and allegedly YG's highest budget video to date, I feel this needs to be said. Blackpink title track videos from Boombaya to How You Like That are some of the worst in K-pop. I'm pretty sure this is unpopular because I've seen so many people gushing over how iconic and legendary their videos are. Yes, I know that they often give each of the members a strong sense of identity via detailed color palettes, etc. However, they mostly rely on flashy, tacky, set pieces that have absolutely no correlation or discernible narrative. I think that Whistle is one of their best videos, and that Lovesick Girls and Genuine Rose's solo vids are rare exceptions to this rule. I also think that their teaser images are often really strong and are subsequently let down by the accompanying videos. I love the girls and want the best for them. Here's hoping that Pink Venom breaks the cycle. Okay. 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 Hi, Sumi. Hi. Hi. Music videos don't need a storyline, in my opinion. They don't. Especially if the song is about flexing, which most of the time Black's Pink songs are about flexing and how cool they are. So does it really need that? like, you know? Wait, really? Oh shoot. Any- anyway. Anyway. I don't fully disagree, but it's not something I would really say. I don't know. I don't think Blackpink's music videos are okay. I mean, sometimes their music videos are very structural, just like their songs. Like, they always have the same sort of thing. Like, their songs follow the same formula and their music videos follow the same formula. So that gets pretty old. But I mean, it's fine. It's perfectly fine, you know? They don't. The companies who attempt storylines are so bad at it. Just leave it be. Some storylines are funny. Um, some are like cute. I mean, others they try. They try. Their videos are very visually appealing, but I can understand how some people would find them very flat. That's okay. I can't disagree with this opinion. Like, technically their videos don't really make sense, but like I agree, I or sorry, technically their videos aren't made to make sense. So like they're just made to be them flexing their money and stuff. Mm, I think their MVs are actually pretty good and fit with what they do, and it works. But I agree that they aren't completely mind blowing. Yeah, they spend budget on it, but I get it. I get it. I like the camera work for Blackpink videos, although I feel some sets feel a bit budget tacky. Yeah, some of them are. I understand it. I hate girl crush music. Mm. I think maybe that's also me. Like, I feel like Blackpink's not music. Their music doesn't suit me, but I feel like their MVs are just not for me either. Like, a music video that I love is Stacy's music videos, especially for like Stereotype and Run to You. And then I also really like Eyes One's videos. I like videos with bling. I like videos that are girly and bling and they just feel light and stuff like that. So Blackpink's videos are just not really for me. Maybe that's why they're somewhat of a miss. Excuse me. Let me get a water bottle so I don't cough myself to death. Stay hydrated, y'all. Stay hydrated. So for me, it's more the creative direction where they sometimes flop, not per se the videographer. Yeah. I think that's mostly what this person is trying to say. They didn't have to add the tacky though. that was that was crazy. Tacky? There's maybe one or two sets that I feel were like fairly tacky. I'm not gonna say them, but most of the time their sets are pretty nice. Kill This Love had a lot of tacky scenes, I'm not gonna lie. But they also had a lot of beautiful shots. Kill This Love. I think since D4, you can tell YG is trying to stay in that realm in terms of quality of their MV. I don't disagree with OP, but at the same time, Blackpink are some of the few who don't have plot. Yeah, Blackpink just doesn't have plot. That Blackpink is not a plot group. They're a group who makes their bangers, makes their high budget music videos, slays on stage, and then goes. That's it. And you know what? They can do that. That's perfectly fine. Not every group has to have a storyline. Just like the last opinion, how we all just agreed that not every group needs a storyline. Exactly. The tacky was a stretch. The tacky was a low blow. Like, come on. Lovesick Girls was good. I think Lovesick Girls showed that if YG really tried, they could do a storyline music video. But I don't want it to be a thing that happens all the time because it wouldn't work. Hi, Ray. Hello. On to the next opinion. To be honest, this is what I like about Blackpink stuff is that they don't push a lore. They don't. I like that. They don't do what's unnecessary. They just do what they got to do and then they go. I'm fine with that. Mm? I'm just what is track listing? Please bring back track listing on the back of K-pop albums as titled. I browsed around a K-pop store the other day and I decided to buy an EP from a group I don't stan, but I enjoyed a lot of their songs. I wanted to buy the one that has a song I like the most, and while the group's album and EP are all available, I didn't know which one has that song because there's no track listing on the back of their albums. As a casual listener, I don't pay much attention to album names. All I could remember is that the song was released in 2019-2020. But the group also released three or four albums slash EPs a year. So I didn't know which discography it was included in until I looked it up on my phone. I browsed more albums from other popular acts and found a similar trend. There's no more tracking listing. Bye, honey. Bye. They could have just quickly Googled on their phone. Exactly. Okay, I get this opinion. I get it. Yeah. I get the frustration because, like, you know, what if your phone doesn't have data or something like that? Or even just, it's a basic thing. You should have you should have the music on your album at the back. But I also understand that it's probably just an aesthetic choice. But I feel like they could find a way to add the track list into the aesthetic. You know? It can be small at the back. Something like that. I don't really disagree with this opinion. I'm quite neutral on it. I don't think it really will change the trajectory of K-pop albums, whether they have the backtrack listing or not, you know? It's one of those things where, I don't know, I'm completely neutral on it. What about you guys? Exactly. Track lists in K-pop are short. I agree. Like, I don't think it really matters. And I don't really, it doesn't really matter to me, you know? It's also because I buy my K-pop albums online, so it tells me the track list when I'm buying it online. I've never actually gone in store and bought an album, so I guess that would be, you know. But also, if you're, I feel like if you had a specific song, wouldn't you also have that on your like music playlist, and you could just check what the album cover looks like and kind of, you know, put it next to the albums in the store? I feel like there's ways to know. I feel like it's such a small I'm kind of 50-50 because I buy albums both physically and digitally. Like, I feel like I'd have to go physical buying it like at a store to understand it, but online you just always have the track list. And also like I always know what I'm buying. And if I need to check if a song is on a certain album, I can just go to my Spotify playlist and check the album cover on there. I think albums are a waste of money. I have it on online platforms and I will never play it physically. You're right. You're very, very right. And I have like 10 albums, maybe even more, and some of them are doubles. um, but you're right. I'm not even gonna lie. You're right. Buying physical albums is a ridiculous waste of your money. But I don't know, you got there's something about having a physical album that I don't know. Me personally, when I have a physical album, it feels nice to have it on my shelf. And also, like, I plan on getting a CD player. I had one, but it doesn't really fit the aesthetic I want for my room. So I'm planning on getting an actual one. But I'd say don't get doubles, to be honest. Like, if you want, the only reason I have doubles is because I had a friend who used to like BTS, but they didn't anymore. So they gave me their albums that they had. So I just had doubles of the ones I already bought prior. So, but I'd say don't buy doubles because one, it's just not good for the environment. That's a lot of paper. And two, you don't really need that. If you know, you don't really need it. I am with all the albums that I've bought on my own, I only have one version of it and I don't need any more because it's literally a waste of my money and a waste of paper. Yeah, you can go on iTunes and Spotify, other places online to listen to the song and find it. Yeah, you don't need albums, but if you want an album, I wouldn't hate you for that. I have an album, so I'd be a hypocrite for hating you for that. Yeah, I was about to say they don't research the whole album online before they buy. What if you dislike all the other songs? That's what I'm saying. This person just needs to be smarter with how they buy K-pop albums. Yeah, if you collect albums, you're 100% valid. That's fine. I can't afford much album. They're expensive, especially pre-orders. Pre-orders are so expensive. I'm telling you, as someone who's pre-ordered twice before, don't pre-order. It's actually a waste of your money. You're spending $50 on something that you don't need to spend. Just get the album after for like $20. And then if you really want the poster, you can get it online at like Etsy or something cuz people will always do resells and stuff. Like, please don't waste your money. Please don't waste your money on pre-orders. That's the biggest waste ever. I've fallen for it twice. I've fallen for it twice. Like, ugh. That too. Shipping is terrible, especially if you're getting it from Korea. You're done. You could have a K-pop album cost $15, but if it comes from Korea or any place far away from your country, it's costing you 40 cuz that shipping cost is crazy. It's actually insane. It is so bad. I'm a student. I would rather save up for my university than spend it on someone who doesn't know I exist. You're right, though. I can't fault you for that. You're right. You're exactly right. There's no shame in not purchasing K-pop albums and merch if you can't afford it for your situation. Yeah. Don't don't feel like you're any less of a fan if you can't purchase K-pop albums or light sticks or merch or anything. I don't even have K-pop light sticks. The albums are the only things that I have. I don't have light sticks. I don't have anything else. Like it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I don't buy albums in the first place since I'll probably regret it later or I'll spend my time on it one time and never touch it again. Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of my albums are very much catching dust. I have to clean them at some point. Like it's not worth it. But there's this serotonin you feel when you buy a K-pop album and it comes in the mail. Oh, I'm gonna be feeling that soon, actually. Just the thought of my thing shipping to my house is making me happy. It's bad. It's like a drug. Buying K-pop albums is like a drug. You do it once and it's like, maybe I could do it again. 15 albums later, your room's full of them and you're like, how did I get here? I'm a fan from afar. I don't buy anything. Smartest way to do it. Smartest way to do it. I bought 2 SNSD albums. I think I spent 30 to 40 bucks on shipping alone. It's crazy. It is crazy. I've been a K-pop fan for over 10 years. I never owned any merch or albums myself. It doesn't make me less of a fan. Exactly. You are not less of a fan if you don't have any K-pop merch. In fact, it probably means that you're just smarter financially because K-pop doesn't last forever. So maybe you shouldn't be buying albums. Honestly, if you don't need to buy albums, don't buy albums. K-pop capitalism is dangerous. It is, guys. It sucks you in. It sucks you in. You can't not be a part of it once you're in it. It's so bad. It's good. Crazy enough, I was going to buy an this is how crazy the K-pop capitalism was. I was going to buy the IVE album not because of the song, but because of the concept, the aesthetic. It was that bad. I didn't buy it, thankfully. I didn't. But in the back of my head, somewhere in the back of my head, I regret it. I think you should be careful buying albums because what if you don't like the group anymore? Because I bought a Stray Kids album once and don't even stand them. That's true. Reselling, though. If you want to resell, you can. Or if you get lucky and you have a friend who likes that group, you can just give it to them. That is my scapegoat. If I don't like K-pop anymore or I can't stand it, I'm just selling everything. It's money for me. But anyway, on to the next opinion. Okay. Well, I'm not even going to go to the BTS opinion because I haven't listened to Bad Decisions. We're going to skip it. Ooh, this is a juicy opinion. This one's good. The New Jeans album bag is ugly. The New Jeans album bag is ugly. Why? I see it with my eyes and I think it's ugly. More why? I know they're going for a very minimal 2000s digital squiggly lines, but they look a bit too squiggly. To me, it just looks like random toddler doodling. The idea of an album bag is still cool though. Where? Everyone online I've come across is dying for it. Good for them. I don't know why the way they worded their opinion is so hilarious. They gave us where, why, how, when, what. I mean, they ain't wrong. The album bag is fine. The album bag is fine. I'm just thinking, is the quality going to be good for everyone? Because I'm like, this bag was sold out. This bag was sold out. I'm just worried for the quality of every single bag. Will every single bag be good quality? Or will some of them look super cheap? That's why, because if you didn't know this, I did pre-order the New Jeans album before I knew about Min Jin. Let me make this very clear. But that's why I knew I didn't want to buy the bag because I was worried about the quality of the bag. I was like, is it going to look the way it looks for the actual group? Or is it going to look like a Claire's ripoff? And I'm just leaning more towards the Claire's ripoff. The idea is there, and I love the idea of an album coming in a bag. It saves paper too, but I don't know. I'm worried. Why? I see it with my eyes and I think it's ugly. Like, dang, okay. I think they should make the bags better. I didn't like the design of it. Yeah, the design as well. Like, I see where it's going, but like the person said, it's just not. It's not there. It looks a little toddler like. I agree on the idea of an album bag being cool, but I also agree that the styling on the New Jeans album bag is not it. Yeah, it's just not. They look like my 2-year-old sister's native. Like it's messy, and I guess it's intentionally messy, but like also unironically ugly. They looked so cheap. They do look cheap. Like that's my biggest worry about it. Like people are expecting what the New Jeans girls have and they're going to get something far less, amazing. I mean, at least they gave us an album bag when some groups don't even give photo cards. That is crazy. Because the best part about an album is the photo cards. How are you not going to give that? I'm just saying, I saw the New Jeans album unboxings, and I'm talking the blue books plus the bags, and I don't know. The bags are looking a little cheap. I'm not even gonna lie. They look a little cheap. They don't look like they feel good. That's so true because you never know about the quality of the album packaging that manufacturers make. Because there's no way that every bag they're making is going to be perfect quality. Like these are big manufactured, like they pop them in, they pop them out stuff, It's like they're probably not taking their time with it, like, I don't know, a designer brand. I'd be surprised if they were. I love how JYP said goodbye to physical albums and the door out here selling extra material. One truly one had to let go for the other one to take. Why is the album bag so tacky? It just looks tacky. It does. I'm sorry. I'll stick with my fake Prada bag. I think Sheen designed it for them. Probably is like the vision's there, but it's not, you know. New Jeans album bag reminds me of a blind art challenge where you have to draw the design, and the design that looks like scribbles and waffles on New Jeans album bag. Felt that. I think most people agree on this. Let me just check. Yeah, most people agree with that opinion. I think it's very, like, they're very there. I see the vision, but it just didn't come into fruition the way it should have. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. No matter how good a song is, I can't get past weak vocals. I didn't used to feel this way when I was a hardcore K-pop stan, but now that I'm more of a casual listener, I just started to notice that I have less of a tolerance for weak vocals. I'm fine with it if the song is cutesy and meant to be silly/whimsical, but it kills me when the song is so good, but the vocals are so bad. There's been a few times I thought this, but what inspired this post was 132 by Jungyeon, Mina, Chui. Such a good song. Could have been a fierce diva track if it were sung by confident and strong vocalists. I want to love it, but I can't get past the vocals. I don't mean to turn this into a twice hate post. I love their music a lot, but Alcohol Free is another example. It's unpopular because although there are many examples of good songs/bad vocals within the K-pop genre, bias tends to make listeners overlook weaknesses within their favorite group. I can definitely say that I was the same way back in the day, and many songs I streamed for my alt groups I would never even listen to now. Hmm. Hmm. Is giving Coco Melon. Hmm. Put your album together via puzzle pieces. That would be cool though. That would be cool, but a lot. OMG, this opinion is literally me every single day in K-pop. I don't hate any idols, by the way. I just get sad when songs don't reach their proper potential because the idols don't sing well. I agree. I can't stand a song where the music is good but the vocals are weak as a frail person. Yeah, I agree. um I maybe that's why I didn't like, what was it, 132. I was always thinking in my head, why didn't 132 stick with me? And I get it now. It's because it's such a confident song, but the vocalists singing it were not confident. Like, I don't know, they felt like they were holding back on their vocals. I kind of see why I didn't vibe with it as much as the other ones. Because let me be very, very clear. What was the one subunit? I forget who was in it. It was Nyan Nyan someone. Literally forgetting that subunit. But they made was it called Hello? I can't remember the song. But genuinely, I felt the song was like pretty subpar. But what made it good was that they were confident in their vocal abilities and it was good. I liked it. But one, yeah. Yes. Nyan, Momo, and Chaeyoung. To be honest, that song it's not mid, but it's just not everything, you know? It's a standard B-side. But what made it was them. They were just confident in what they were singing, and you could feel that. And that's what made the song sound so cool. Yeah. Hello, we all run this city. Yeah. Like it's corny, but they because they were so confident in it, it was good. Companies need to train their idols more ASAP. They do, not just for the idol's sake, but just for our sakes, for everyone's sakes. Like, stop putting your idols out if they do not know how to do anything. They're embarrassing themselves. Ugh. Idols used to train for 5 years. Now idols debut after 5 months. Exactly. I feel like it low key has to do with pretty privilege. Like, if you're considered gorgeous to these companies, they're probably going to try and push you out as soon as possible. Because you just look that good. They want the public to see you right away. But I feel like it's better to like let the public have hints of you and then show yourselves. I mean, look at Jenny. Jenny was a trainee for a while, and she was in a bunch of things, but she was still a trainee. So when she debuted, there was a lot of hype around her. So if companies really want to bring hype towards an idol as quick as they can, just do that. Put them in other groups' promotions and stuff. Low key, even the Seraphim did that because Garam was in Hypen's Drunk Days video. So like you don't have to debut them right away. You know, let them hone their skills. Yeah, emotions can already mask a poor vocal performance. The human aspect of vocal presentation weighs a lot more than who sings the highest notes. Yeah. If if it if you sound scared while you're singing, if you sound like you're not fully into your singing or you're not fully confident with it, it can show. It can very much show. And it'll resonate with the people listening to you. Okay, I don't know if there's any Ethiopians in this chat, but Stacy used an Ethiopian traditional cloth style in their album design. I felt offended. I might come across as but this cloth has history. You are not coming across as rude in any way. Um, you are totally allowed to be offended by that. Was it in their recent album? I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked at their actual album. It means so much to us, and just using it for a K-pop album cover is annoying. Yeah, I don't understand K-pop companies still using things with cultural significance in their aesthetics and albums and stuff like that. You need to leave those things alone. Like, it's not yours to make an aesthetic of. I don't understand that. So you are completely valid in your upset and anger and offendedness. You are completely valid in that. I hear idols train for 10 years, but their skills are not on par with their training time. This shows you why the K-pop training system sucks. Mm-hmm. Yes, I love spotting trainees in other idols videos. I swear they even did that with TXT, or was that debunked? I think that was debunked. But, it still got a lot of people excited. Oh yeah, like when Shonu and Wonho were in the Shake It MV by Sistar. It causes hype and it's good. Better than to just put them in. I already thought the Stacy album layouts looked familiar, but I didn't know where from. I'm gonna have to look. Is this their newest album? Like, okay, let me. Stacy album. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Now I see that. Mm, yeah, I see that. Dang. They really just stole it. They really just stole it. Wow. I don't understand K-pop companies and just using things like that. They need to the people who design these things, do they just not care about any type of cultural significance? Like I feel like Koreans should know this cuz do they not get upset when people misuse their culture? Like I feel like with a country so full of culture, you think they'd be more sensitive when it comes to other people's cultures, you know? Exactly. If they disrespected you, you have every right to boycott, cancel, not engage with them. Disappointed in Stacy. I thought they were unproblematic. Yeah, damn. They really stole it. Like, oh. They could have used literally any other type of pattern. They could have done like a white thing with hearts or a pink thing with red hearts, anything. Mm. Also, don't blame the girls. It's the company's fault for using cultural significance on K-pop albums. Yeah, this isn't Stacy's fault. I'm sure Stacy weren't like, yeah. Stacy's not a part of that. It's yeah. It's this is the creative directors. It's very highly unlikely Stacy did said anything about this. They probably just saw and they did not know it. Koreans do get upset when people are aware of their tradition, but when it's the other way around, they think it doesn't matter. Mm. There's so many cultures there's so many people like that in many different cultures. It's really upsetting. Like when we can all learn to respect and understand the significance and importance of everyone's cultural backgrounds, then we'll be able to engage in other people's cultures without it being problematic. But things like this, using using a cultural pattern with a lot of significance in a K-pop album for an aesthetic purpose and then making profit off of it, it's very disrespectful. Stacy isn't problematic, but their creative directors are very culturally ignorant. I come from an ethnic group where slavery was common for the majority to a minority, and the slaves made it to warm them up at the. Mm. So it was like made to. It was kind of like a blanket. Mm. Yeah, so then that just shouldn't be on the album. I don't. I don't like. How could they not know that? I understand maybe not knowing it at first, but I feel like even in this landscape of K-pop, if you're designing something and you see a design that you like, maybe you should check to see if that design is okay to use. Like, it's the same thing with symbols. You don't want to use a symbol that you don't know if you're allowed to use due to cultural significance or any type of significance, you know? Does anyone know why Koreans and Chinese don't get along. I don't know. I heard it's a lot of political stuff, a lot of weird, political things that goes on. I'm not really sure. Yep, exactly. Always check your resources and if you're allowed to use something or not. I'm a graphic designer and I also need to double check if I can use certain images. Yeah, because it's just you really don't want to be in a position where you use something that isn't, good. That isn't technically a symbol you should be using. Because even some symbols can even be bad to use because like it has a lot of effect and it has a lot of bad, things to it. For example, am I gonna get like, is YouTube gonna get on me for saying this? I don't know. Like the swastika for the Nazi Germany symbol, like that's a very like that sign is very, very, very it holds a lot of cultural significance. Not good cultural significance, but you know what I mean. It's very important that we don't use that in our media. Like cuz it has a very hateful message to it. So imagine if a K-pop company just used it because like I don't know, I guess they just didn't know it and they didn't take the time to research it or any not just K-pop, any type of designer used it cuz they just thought it was a cool symbol. Like we need to be careful with the symbols we use because some can hold significance that we may not know. Although I'd be like it'd be crazy if any type of K-pop group used the swastika on their album because like I feel like that's a very widely known I feel like it's a very widely known symbol. Like even if you didn't learn about Germany in school, like I feel like everyone kind of knows that symbol. Maybe I'm being like ignorant due to me living in Canada because I learned this stuff, but like I feel like if you're on the internet in today's day and age, and I'm sure for the most part, if you graphic design, you probably know what the sign is. So I don't know. I think people forget Ethiopian people get affected by this stuff because we didn't get colonized. It doesn't mean we don't get mad when our culture is used inappropriately. Ex- I don't think you have to be offended. You have to get colonized to be offended by anything. Like if something holds significance to you, then it holds significance to you whether or not you went through colonization or not. That that doesn't change anything. So you sh- people shouldn't be using it in the first place. Yeah, when I see the Nazi symbol, even if it's a flipped one that is supposedly innocent, I still feel iffy. I spoke often to my grandparents about the war they were in. Yeah, um, actually, my grandparents were young. My grandmother was young when World War II was going on. I think she literally. Hmm, I don't know. I've asked my grandmother about it before, but she doesn't really know much because she was a kid and she was in Jamaica. So I don't know. She doesn't really. Yeah, I've asked her about it before, but yeah. But even still, from what I've seen online and what I've learned in school, like it, that symbol has a lot. It's very heavy. Let's lighten the air a bit with another opinion. What about it? Let's lighten the air. Okay. Okay. This is good. I think Kai's song Peaches is a lot better than and is really underrated. I think it's better in basically every way, lyrically, production value, singing, even down to the music video and choreography. I also think it's flopped because the concept was a lot softer than his edgier slash sexier image. People expected part two and were turned off when they didn't get that and didn't actually give it a chance. It's unpopular based on the numbers, has more views and streams, and based on a lot of comments I've seen calling Kai a flop or irrelevant because Peaches wasn't as big of a hit. Um, I like more than Peaches. Like I like the album more than Peaches, but I understand this. I think we moved on too soon from both, in my opinion. Mm, mm. Sorry, I just need to get it out of my head. I felt like you guys would understand me. Do not feel sorry. Do not feel sorry. in in my life, you can speak on any type of feeling you're feeling. Like I will not be offended. I will not get upset. Do not feel bad for sharing your opinion at all. This is a safe space. You can speak about these things. You can speak about it most definitely. Don't feel bad. Exactly. You're very valid here with being upset. You're very valid. We love you. We love you, Ray. Hmm. I was obsessed with the B-sides of the Peaches album. Hmm. Hmm. I like Peaches better. I like Peaches better as an album and song. Okay. Hi, happy to see you're back. Is this unpopular? Am I the only one who likes as an album and a song more than Peaches? I feel I I like more and I like the B-sides more. Like Hello Stranger from Kai's first album. Ooh, that was my jam. That was all me. Every day I was listening to it. Mm. I like both albums to be honest. Yeah, I think both albums I like both albums, but I don't know. I think it's cuz his first album is just really special to me. Like, I don't know. I was really excited for his solo when it first came out. Blue and Can I Be Honest they were though. See, and that's the thing, like I liked Peaches too. I like because I don't listen to Hunikai. I I guess I don't agree with this opinion, but I feel like a lot of people in chat do agree, which is valid. Mm. On to the next opinion. Hmm. That too. And you don't have to choose. You might not one might not be better than the other for you. I think I overplayed it, so I got over it so fast. But Peaches came, it felt like a hug for the winter in a way. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I need to go back and listen more to the album to really get a feel of it. Because I feel like I didn't give it a chance as much as I did for Kai, like his first album. Next opinion is K-pop has been much better musically in 2022 than 2021 or 2020. I'm only going to read like maybe the first two paragraphs. This is just my personal opinion, but I've seen a lot of people call 2022 the worst year for K-pop music wise, and I completely disagree. Please note I only listen to girl groups and female soloists, and I'm only a casual listener as I don't stan anyone. Also, I've been a listener since 2016. I personally think this year has been the best year for music since the 2019. I think in 2020, 2021, a lot of companies were taking advantage of the pandemic situation to appeal to international fans. And since a lot of people were getting into K-pop at the time, they used the girl crush concept since that appeals to newer listeners and went for a more safe route with music. Consequently, I felt like we saw a massive dip in creativity during these years. Hi, Olivia Chan. Hi. I kind of agree on this one. 2022 isn't entirely it either, but we're getting something other than super intense, hard hitting songs that don't really have proper structure. Automatic disagree. 2020 K-pop was I feel like 2020 to 2021 was better in my opinion. I mean, the whole retro trend was iconic. See, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I disagree with this opinion. I can't agree. Like, okay, it's hard to say because let me be honest. The songs in 2020 that hit, they didn't just hit. They hit. Like if a song in 2022 was good, like it's good. But 2020 and 2021 gave us retro. We got Blue Hour, we got Mago, we got Apple. What else did we get? We got so much. Literally, we got so much. This is a wrong opinion. This is a wrong opinion. What do you mean the retro concept was bad? The retro concept was everything. It was everything. Honestly, the one concept I'm getting tired of is the Y2K concept. I feel like that's been a thing in 2022, and I'm low key tired of it. But the retro concept was everything. It was so good. And it lasted for 2 years. I feel like 2020s are all the same for me. They were just there, not outstanding as 2019 or 2018. Yeah, I'm going to be clear with this. In my opinion, and this is probably me looking with rose-colored eyes, like glasses, because this is when I came into K-pop. But 2018 K-pop was that. It came, it served. In my opinion, it was the last good Mama Awards, like the last decently good Mama Awards. Like 2018 was everything. 2019 was, it was good. And then the 2020s have just not hit the same. I think I have to disagree. 2020 wasn't bad depending on what groups you pay attention to. 2022 wasn't bad. 20 I don't know. Like I guess it does depend on perspective. But as someone who looked out for fairly a lot of groups, I don't know, I was quite disappointed. I was quite disappointed. But also I was like really surprised by some groups, especially B-sides. Let's forget about title tracks, but B-sides this year were actually very good. Like really, really good. Chungha made a good song this year. Have y'all listened to Chungha's newest album? She actually made a good song this year. Like I don't know. We should just give 2022 the win for that. Only a few good songs were good. Only a few songs were good in 2022. Retro is getting overdone. We need to stop it. Let's live in the moment, guys. Let's live now and stop looking back. Blue Hour 2021. Blue Hour is so iconic. That's the only reason I'm like G Friend was still around during the 2020 and 2021. G Friend was still around. Ugh. 2020 to 2021 was a drought for me. It was mostly noise bops and girl groups failing at Girl Crush. Honestly, only new groups this year made good songs for me. Very true. Very, very true. If you like girl groups with non-girl crush concept, then 2022 is for you. Yeah. 20 girl groups with the exception of Girl Crush were good this year. Oh my gosh. Actually, like I'm surprised cuz I feel like 2018 it was kind of a mix. Like girl groups and boy groups were hitting. 2019 it started to shift more to girl groups though. Yeah, some of the new groups this year carried, not gonna lie. And it's crazy because there's some of them are still Nugu. Like, how are you carrying 2022 and you're still not that famous? That's crazy. Pixie and Tribe are serving. Especially boy groups. Yeah. I mean, I think we gotta clap it for our Nugu boy groups because if it wasn't for them, boy groups this year would be looking laughable. Some of them still are, but Nugu boy groups, they're the ones who are still holding on to the good music. Lord knows what's happening to popular boy groups. I don't know who's in the studio, but someone get the boy group producers out of the studio. They need to get some better ones. Nugu boy groups are so good actually. I just miss EXO serving. Yeah. What was EXO's last comeback? Don't fight the feeling. That was so mid. Did that even come out in 2022? Was it an early 2022 ordeal or was it a late 2021 ordeal? I wonder. NCT Dream popular boy groups. I have to replace Dream with 127. I'm sorry. I'm not anti Dream, but like 127, 127. It came out in June, so it was a mid 2021 bop. Whoa, where's EXO? Where have they been? They're probably like doing their military. Let me chill. 2021 is also really great because we got stuff like Drunk Days, Fever, Love Song, Deja Vu, Red Lights, Thrill Ride, Pirate, ASAP, Stereotype, etc. See, now that you put 2021 box there, 2021 low-key was not giving. I'm sorry. Like, half of the songs on that list got old so fast. And like I still love them when they came out, but I can't anymore with them. Ugh. We do need EXO. I need them to come back and save the third gen boy group. Like, I need them to save the third gen boy group industry because BTS ain't doing it. 17 is not doing it. Monster X is not doing it. I'm sorry, they're not. I can't have third gen losing already to fourth gen. This isn't right. Uh, it's stressing me out because I came into this industry industry like I'm an idol. I came into this fandom during third gen, and now third gen is acting like second gen. Like there's very slim pickings for good music with them. Ugh, it's scaring me, it's stressing me out. And 08s are debuting. Like, I don't like the way this is going. It's making me feel old, weirdly. I'm not even that old, and I didn't even come in. Ugh, I don't know. It stresses me out. I can't with it. I prefer Dream vocally, but sadly their music got 127 and they sound the same. Why is that true though? I was listening to an NCT Dream album recently and I was like, is this not 127? Like, where's the difference? Oh, wait, Wavy. I'm so mad because of the Lucas controversy. Wavy has just been nowhere to be seen. Like, I need that good music. I need that music. But ugh, it makes me mad. Third gen has been kind of flopping, like second gen flopping and third gen. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, what is going on? This is not how it's supposed to be. Third gen's supposed to be popping off and everyone's supposed to love them. But like recently, third gen's been looking like second gen. And you know what's crazy? Some third gen stands are starting to look like some third gen stands are starting to look like bitter second gen stands. I'm like, were y'all not complaining about them 2 years ago? How the tables have turned. It's the funniest thing in the world because I remember in 2018, third gen stands whining about how I can't take these second gen stands. They're all so bitter and upset about us debuting and thriving. It's the same thing with fourth gen. It's the same thing. And when fifth gen comes, which I don't even want to think about, like that's in a long time. When fifth gen comes, trust me, it'll be the same thing over again. And I can't wait. Low key, I can't wait. It's fun. It's fun to see it. Where's that one song you've hidden in the draft so much? True, you shouldn't hold on to groups for super duper long because your faves at some point will be old and decline. It's saddening. It's best to always find newer faves in between. I'm I love Twice, but I'm already kind of I don't know, I'm already kind of finding my niche with the fourth gen. Like I'm kind of moving on. I still look to Twice, obviously, but like Stacy, aespa, like I'm kind of holding on to them as my fourth gen girlies. And for fourth gen boy groups, I mean, I have TXT. I'm fine. I'm set. I'm fine. You know? The only scary thing is like TXT is early fourth gen. So like they might they might disband the earliest, which is so scary. Stray Kids might disband the earliest. Stray Kids are very early fourth gen. Oh my gosh. Stray Kids debuted really early, like earlier than every single fourth gen group, I'm pretty sure. They were the beginning of fourth gen in my I think. They were like what EXO was in third gen. They're like 3.5/4 gen. Help me, third gen stands are going to suffer the same fate as their ancestors. It's crazy because they were always complaining about how like these second gen stands are bitter and now it's literally the same thing. Like I guess it was the pot calling the kettle black all along. Like, fifth gen is probably going to be 9-year-olds. We're being a little too hopeful here. Fifth gen is going to be 5-year-olds. Let's be honest. 5-year-olds. And then the matinee is going to be 3. And they're still going to be singing about their cookies, because why not? I just realized that there is no K-pop album classic that everyone loves and knows, like, what is happening. Oh, that is weird. I feel like it's because there's just more social media. You can have your own taste. They could have just replaced Lucas's bits in jalapeno by now. I feel bad for Hendry. Exactly. Like, if we can't have Lucas, at least still give us the good bops. At least still give us the nice music. I'm struggling here because I feel like SM boy groups have been quite silent. And this is not fair to me. To me, it's not fair. Like, ugh. If they debut at 5 years old, I will officially, yeah. The day a 5-year-old debuts in this industry, I'm gone. Actually, like, you will literally see my account turn into a lifestyle account. I'll delete all my K-pop videos so I'm not associated with the industry, because no way. The funny thing is, some weirdos will still find a way to excuse it. True, Ray. Gen 4 has no classics. What's a for what's a good 4th gen classic? But that could be considered one. I mean, I feel like 11, maybe. I feel like a lot of people like 11. Not really. I don't know. There's no 4th gen G or like 4th gen cheer up yet. I don't know. Maybe like 2024. Love Dive will be in one of those classic things, I think. Maybe. Yeah. 11 was. I feel like it got old quickly. Again, I think it's just a social media thing. Like, music is so much more accessible, so it gets old fast. I imagine that back then it was a little harder to get music. So, like, songs like G, you didn't listen to it constantly because maybe you didn't have a bunch of streaming services back then. You had to really listen on the CD and stuff. Or even in the 90s with groups like SES and Baby Vox. They have a lot of like signature songs because they didn't have Spotify or Apple Music to continuously stream. Streaming is low key the demise of classics. Streaming has low key caused yeah. Streaming is the reason why we probably will not have a lot of classics anymore in music in general, because you can literally access it anytime. If you feel nostalgic of it, it's right there. Exactly. Streaming ruined K-pop classics. This is just how it is. The easier it is to access something, the less important it feels to us. And that's the same thing that happens with music. The easier it is to access, the less it feels like an important thing. That's why I feel like K-pop music has just become so much more manufactured. Don't get it wrong, K-pop's always been very manufactured, but one thing was that the musical integrity was always there. But I feel like as streaming goes forward and TikTok and just social media in general, like, I don't know. I feel like music, especially K-pop, has lost its heart. I like the last K-pop song that really made me feel like it had heart was "Feel My Rhythm." Feel my I don't know if I ever said this. "Feel My Rhythm" made me cry. "Feel My Rhythm" made me cry because genuinely it was so beautiful to hear music again. Like it was literally music. I can't remember, maybe it was Mara that said this, but it was most definitely a love letter to art, to music. And I love that. It felt like it was really musical if they made that for the music. Maybe that's why Feel My Rhythm should be Song of the Year, because it was truly music for the music. It was. I feel people consume K-pop oddly these last few years. It has been consumed really weirdly. Mm-mm. Feel My Rhythm was made for music, not for TikTok. I loved it so much. Exactly. It's so good. Like it, I don't even know how to I don't know how to explain it. I don't think Feel My Rhythm did amazingly as well as like Red Velvet's best comeback. I don't think so. I could be wrong. But music wise and like musical integrity wise, it was just so good. Like I'm actually I'm so happy. It actually deserves Song of the Year. Truly. It deserves Song of the Year. I don't think any other song this year has really encapsulated music the way Feel My Rhythm did. It did that visually and song wise, like sonically. Feel My Rhythm is one of their worst for me. I grew up with classical and I don't want it to be K-pop fine. I understand that. I respect your opinion. I I won't sit here and say that it's my favorite Red Velvet title track. That would be a lie, but I appreciate what it was doing. I appreciate it being there just for the music. Like it was very musical. I think Feel My Rhythm did well in Korea. But I don't think it did well internationally. I don't think people paid attention to it. I just don't think they did. I feel like you paid attention to it if you were like a big girl group stan or if you were, a Revelove. But other than that, I don't think people really paid attention to it. Feel My Rhythm was a song I didn't Feel My Rhythm was a song I didn't even pay attention to because it sounded boring to me. Am I missing something? Do I need to give it another try? Mm, I don't know. I think because it's such a musical song, I don't think it's going to fit everyone. I think that's the magic of it. It's a music. It's a song down to its core. It's very subjective. So if you didn't really get it or like it, that's okay. But if you want to try and listen to it again, I would oblige you to. I'm ready to fight. He said it aged like milk. Wait a second. He said it aged like milk. Why? What? In what video? In what video did he say that? Because what? Wait, what? When did he say that it's born? When did he say it aged like milk? That's in one of his newer videos, isn't it? hmm. Let me check my in his 2020 songs. Okay. Okay. It's the newer video. He said it aged like milk? No. I mean, I guess for him it aged like milk, but for me, Feel My Rhythm aged beautifully. Newsstands say age like milk after 3 weeks about literally anything. This is why you don't mass stream and why you lie to yourself you like it when it comes out. I didn't mass stream Feel My Rhythm. I didn't even mass stream the album. I literally Feel My Rhythm is one of those songs that I listen to maybe once a month. And that's not because I don't like it. It's because it's just a lot. The song's a lot to take in, so I don't really listen to it a bunch of times. But I kind of knew that I knew listening to this song the first time around, listening to the album the first time around, that if you listen to this multiple times in a day, you're going to get bored of it. It's going to be too much. So I understand why he said that, because I have a feeling that, like most people who like this song, he probably mass listened to it. And that's what happens when you listen to it too many times in a row. It becomes unbearable. Exactly. I respect his opinion, but I respectfully disagree. Exactly. Like, I don't even like Feel My Rhythm, but I don't see how that type of song ages. It's well thought through. Yeah, I feel like there's a difference between not liking a song anymore and it aging like milk. There are songs that definitely have aged like milk, and there are songs that, like, there's songs when you listen to them, you can tell what year they come from, and not in a good way. But Feel My Rhythm doesn't feel like that. Like, you could tell me Feel That My Rhythm came from like 2019, and I could low key believe that if I didn't know anything about Red Velvet. Cause it's musically, you know? I like it, you know? True, I only listen to a song I like maybe max 20 times over a few weeks or months. I just don't have the energy for music 24/7. Gen 2 music cough. Whoa. Gen 2 music does sound like Gen 2 music. I can't even lie. I'm sorry. Honestly, I feel like like Gen 2 music is the most Gen 2, like, generation sounding music. Like, maybe Gen 1. There's some songs in Gen 1 and it's like, oof, you sound like you're from the 90s. But I think I'm fine with that because I actually really like 90s music. And most of the groups that I listen to from first gen, they're just like Brandy ripoffs. So I'm not complaining. Ironically, Feel My Rhythm sounds timeless to me. It's timeless. You don't have to like it, but it's timeless. It's very timeless. I agree. Oh, no, I was talking about Gen 1. I went on a tangent. I was talking about Gen 1. Yeah, it's Gen 1. Gen 2 is mid to late 2000s, kind of into the 2010s, I think. I spend most of my time reading thriller books, so music is at the bottom of my concern. I feel like music's my top concern, because I read manga and manhwa, is that how you say it? Like Korean comics. And while I'm reading, I put on music. Then I also listen to music at school. I listen to music if I'm just feeling good. I listen to music while I exercise. Well, when I used to exercise. But it's really important to me. A good song like really makes or breaks my activity. Gen 2 has a lot of bops, but it doesn't sound like its time period. Did you see the KBS performances last night where Child talk about cultural? Oh, from last night? KBS performance. I'm gonna have to look. After. I'll probably have to get off live soon. I'm leaving my cottage tomorrow and we're leaving fairly early. So I'll probably have to get off soon. How long will fourth gen be? I'm saying fourth gen ends 2020. Oh, you're saying 24? I don't think 24 because a lot of groups debuted 20 a lot of groups debuted 2019 and 2020. It began in 2018 with Stray Kids, but I don't think I'd say that it's going to end in 2024. Um I'm thinking, yeah, true. The average gen does last 6 years. Mm, I feel like 2026. Is that me being too hopeful? I feel like 2026 is going to be when, you know, the fifth gen idols start to come in and then fourth gen idols. Because I'm thinking like a lot of fourth gen debuted in 2019. Whereas 2018 was kind of like the 3.5. It depends. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on if something major happens. And also it depends on who renews their contracts. There's some groups that I'm like, will you renew your contract? Because you already look like you don't like your company. But I don't know. I don't know 2024. I hate if fourth gen ended in 2024. That's when I graduate high school. I'm young. But I feel like it'll be 2026. And then that's when 4.5 comes in and then Gen 5 starts. It's going to be so weird. Gen 5 is going to be so weird. Ugh. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it. Oh my goodness. Low-key, I'm surprised Twice renewed their contracts. I heard a lot of predictions that they disband. Yeah. Is Twice gonna be the new SES of not SES. They're probably not gonna be the new SES. That's wishful thinking. They're probably gonna be like the new girls' generation for fourth and fifth gen, you know? Maybe that's Blackpink. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We're already in year 5, so my personal guess is next year. Last year, of Gen 4, then 2024 new gen. That also makes a lot of sense. I see that. Maybe I'm just still thinking that fourth gen just began yesterday. I can't believe it's been 5 years. It's been that long. Itzy Kafka. Do you think Itzy will renew their? I feel like they'll renew. Uh, Honestly, it doesn't mean a lot. I think once Gen 5 starts, I'll quit K-pop because I cannot let Gen 4 go easily. That's what I think. I think I'll be too detached to get into it. And also, like, by the time Gen 5 starts, I'm going to be 18, maybe even older. And knowing how K-pop companies are going now, they're going to be debuting young kids. And I just don't think I'd be comfortable, you know. I don't think I'd be comfortable engaging in that. Like it's already a tough position now for a lot of people with fourth gen. So, and like I said, fifth gen's going to be debuting like 10-year-olds, 5-year-olds. Like I can't I can't be going through that. Yeah, I've always seen parallels between Twice and SNSD in terms of impact. I see them being like the SNSD for fourth and fifth gen. It's because of the panoramic time passed by weirdly. Yeah, everything feels like it's been yesterday when it's actually been 10 years. The generation conversation is making my brain hurt. Lol. It's a lot to think of because it's surreal to think that like fourth gen isn't going to be the last gen, and like at one point they're going to be what second gen and third gen is now. That's so weird. Like I already found it weird the first time I saw TXT being called like, you know, older brother group or whatever. That was weird to me because I saw them debut. So I can't imagine. I don't think ITZY will renew their contract. I don't know why. Hmm. I mean, I feel like Chaeryeong wouldn't renew her contract. Is it weird? I feel like she wouldn't. And I low key see like one of them going into acting. I don't know why. I've never seen their acting skills, but I just see it. If this is you guys' first gen change, don't take it too deeply. You won't notice much, to be honest. If anything, there will be newer groups. I guess this is my first because I can't say I was there for third gen. I was literally there like towards the end of third gen, but like third gen was still thriving. So I guess, yeah, this will be my first transition from Gen 4 to Gen 5. So surreal. I'm just gonna be standing my fourth gen faves and pretending fifth gen doesn't exist just for the sake of my sanity. I will look at some fifth gen groups and I'll see which ones have the oldest people in their group. Because I'm thinking I'll be 18 by then. So there probably will be some 18-year-old idols. Hey, New Jeans will be all old. No, they won't actually. That one, the '08 will still be 16. I forgot that. So they won't all be adults. They'll still have one pretty young minor. Oh, that's weird. But I'll check out fifth gen, but I don't think I'll really stand. But who knows? Who knows? I definitely see protests at some point where people are against debuting certain younger ages. I am sensing a new law voted via the Blue House. Yeah, because the same thing happened with the slave contracts, the 10-year contracts for idols. Like some people were like, "This is too far," so there was a law that was put in where you can only have um, a 7-year contract. But just like that, companies found a way to do a loophole. And apparently, there's like some contracts where they have like, there's 7 years plus this 3-year contract that changes based on blah, 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 blah. So they still found a way to do the 10-year thing, but like sneakily. So, I literally entered during the beginning of fourth gen and last hurrah of third gen, so I'm stressed. Same, same. That's literally when I entered, kinda. Yeah, there's already laws currently for children working in entertainment, but I feel things will be adjusted. There's sadly, I hate to say this, but there's probably going to be like a big controversy, like bigger than Min Hee Jin's thing, that's going to really shake, you know, and turn how people feel about the whole minors in the industry thing. And because they won't immediately rule out minors, they're going to make a different rule about it. And I hate to even put that into like wording that something terrible will happen because I wouldn't want it. But I feel like that's probably going to happen. Sadly. Imagine though if debuting 2001 and 2005 could be just, oh, don't even put that into my mind. Oh, because that's so weird because 2008 2005 is literally 19 years old. Like what's old about that? Those are going to be the unnies of the group, which is weird. Itzy is like the FX of 4th gen, but flopping. You're right, though. that's that's crazy because you're right, though. And people are going to be like, we need another Itzy. We need a group with Itzy's concept. Even though during the whole time of Itzy's run, everyone was like, dang, can you switch up your concept? Like, that's the funniest part. Also, P Nation did not debut that kid after Backlash. There is hope. There is. There is. There's some semblance of humanity still left in K-pop fans. There is. It's small, but it's there, and we appreciate it. Will they add home when he gets older, or is he just never going to get a chance? Ooh, wondering that. The slave contracts were ended because of TVXQ where 3 members wanted out and thus had a legal battle. The end of slave contracts was not due to people. It was solely because of Junsu, Yuchen, and Jae. Oh, really? Jeez. Slay. Go TVXQ. Wait, that's actually so cool. Wow. So that would be crazy if it was idols fighting for minors not to debut. Just the same. I believe there is going to be a 2010, 2011 liner in the group. I don't know why. It surprises me that anyone born past 2009 can even walk. Like, you're in 2010 and you're able to sing and dance in a group? Hold up a minute. They got banned in the Korean music industry for ages. He'll debut next time, probably. I don't see them taking him out of the company. If they wanted to debut him so early, he must have been good, so it would be a loss for them to lose him. And just kind of let him not debut in a group. I don't see the relation between ITZY and FX because unlike ITZY, FX was genuinely outselling and a top group. True. What is ITZY then? Are they like the brown-eyed girls of 4th gen? I don't know. I genuinely wonder how these kids' parents let them be idols this young. Yeah, I don't like. You're probably not even getting a lot of money either, especially if you're from a Nugu company. So I don't really understand. I get letting kids follow their dreams, but like I'd lay my foot down at debuting. Like I guess I'd let my kid be a trainee, but like still go to school and have being a trainee be an after school thing. But I'd put my foot down to debuting because they're just too young to be in the industry that young. The sad thing is that K-pop has already seen multiple child abuse cases in the media with CEOs being fired, yet we're still debuting kids. It's quite literally like, it's not funny, but it's comical how, yeah, this stuff has already happened. There's so many child abuse cases in Korea that have been exposed to the media, and literally no one cares. Like, or what are we waiting for, people? Are you waiting for the worst case scenario to happen, or like what? Most parents probably wanted to be an idol, so they live through their kids. Oof, that's bad. I hope that's not the biggest one, because that would be sad. Dance mom syndrome. I need Hybe CEO to step down. There's something evil about that man. Every single one of the higher ups in Hybe man and woman. They all seem like they have shady business going on. The way they don't defend their idols, the way they don't defend their minors especially, is very alarming. I don't know what goes on there, but it doesn't seem very morally right. I'd say ITZY are the red velvet of Gen 4. Hmm, I see that. I see that. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. And then I know people hate this. People hate saying this because, like, they're like, don't compare the two, they're different. But, like, literally, aespa is the Blackpink of fourth gen. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not my fault they have the same number of members. They're literally the Blackpink of fourth gen. Like, they're doing successful, like, just like Blackpink. I don't know. They literally are the Blackpink of fourth gen. I can't lie. I cannot lie. They are. Red Velvet in third Gen 3 did not live up to the hype compared to SNSD. Mm-mm. That was taken over by Twice. Ugh. Maybe the next SNSD will be from YG. Probably not, but who knows? Who knows? Like, for real, I don't want these kids to have their talents wasted and end up like Justin Bieber. Exactly. Because Bieber, he started young, 13, 13, and he spiraled. He's now just getting into control of his life. Not just now, but like, you know, he's married now, he's happy, but like, man, that industry did him dirty. Same with Jeanette McCurdy, or what, I think I got her name wrong. Sorry, Jeanette, but from iCarly, she struggled a lot in her new memoir. Yeah, she struggled a lot. And it's not the music industry, but still the entertainment industry. Oh, ITZY is boring in my opinion. I just can't like their music anymore. Sneakers was not it. Yeah, I don't know. Something about ITZY's music just lost its spark. It's not doing anything for me anymore. I can kind of see that with the aespa and Blackpink thing. I think it's there. I think it's there if you really squint your eyes. Like, they're doing really good numbers. They kind of have that girl crush concept. Like, they're getting a lot of hate, something Blackpink is very much well known for. Blackpink got it a little later in their career, but like, still, it's there. I know you probably won't agree but with me, but TXT is gonna be huge. I just feel it in my bones. I don't disagree. That's probably my bias, but I don't think they're going to be the biggest fourth gen boy group, but I could be completely wrong. But I don't know if they're going to be the biggest, but they're definitely going to be up there. Like, they're giving, I don't know, they're giving not the 17 of fourth gen. I don't know. They're giving low key the Astro of fourth gen. Like, they're going to be very successful. They're going to be more successful than Astro was, but they're still not going to be the top. And I hate that, but you got to live with it. It's just because of their concept. Like, I feel like the A teases and the stray kids of the K-pop industry appeal more than TXT, you know? ATs is going to be really big. I mean, they're already big, but ATs is going to dominate. I'm wondering who's going. I hate saying this, but like, who's going to be the next like big boy group? Like, again, hate it, but the next BTS, like, who's going to be the big boy group that everyone talks about? Who is it going to be? At first, I low key thought it was going to be ATEEZ, but I don't really know. I don't think so. Maybe Stray Kids? Maybe they haven't even debuted yet. I do not know. Maybe they're in a small company. I think it's going to be ATEEZ. Like I can see it. Because I already see a lot of I see a lot of armies who like ATEEZ because they're a lot like BTS when it comes to stage presence. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe the new, like, quote unquote BTS hasn't even debuted yet, and we haven't seen them yet. Because we gotta remember, BTS literally came out of nowhere. They didn't have any, like, backing boy group really to give them clout. They just kind of came and served. I stopped caring for who's the next big blah blah blah. I just find groups I love and focus on those. I don't want my faves to be big so the fandom isn't annoying. Honestly, I don't really care. I won't say I don't want it because if my faves get big, I'll be happy, but I don't care. But it is fun to speculate like who's going to be that group because I'm sure people thought of it back then too. I'm sure it caused fan wars, but like for me, it's not going to make me angry if my prediction's wrong or if someone thinks otherwise. So I feel comfortable saying who I think, you know? Is probably trainee A. It depends. It although trainee I feel like they're kind of displaying their pre-debut the same way BTS did. BTS did a lot of pre-debut videos and lives, and that garnered a lot of attention. Not a lot, but like, you know. And Trainee are doing the same thing. But I feel like a lot of people are already turned off after what the Leo kid did with his lyrics. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think an existing boy group will be the next big boy group. And if anyone, it's likely between the NCT unit or Stray Kids. Yeah. Maybe there's not going to be a big boy group in 4th gen because of COVID. I just don't think there's going to be one. I think we have to wait for 5th gen, you know? Like, even girl groups, I don't think there's going to be that big girl group. Everyone's kind of just on equal playing field, at least for the big groups. We're just gonna have to wait until Gen 5, in my opinion. We're just gonna have to wait, you know? Yeah, innocent predictions are fine, but I noticed some people in the K-pop fandom make it so seriously. Some people make these opinions and predictions so serious. I'm like, this is just fun speculation, y'all. This is fun. Let's not be serious right now. Let's just be goofy, silly, and fun. We're just speculating, you know? Can we move on to the next opinion? I'm just politely asking. Yeah. I'm going to do one more opinion because low key I have to go to bed soon because I'm doing, yeah. But let me do one more opinion just for good measure. This one, let's find a good opinion. Hmm. Oh. Ooh. This one's cool. This one's cool. Okay. The outrage over boy groups not being feminine enough when covering girl group dances is mostly performative. I will read this all since it's the last one. Why not? There's commentary everywhere, mostly Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, on how men who cover girl group dances must shake their hips hard enough, or it's perceived as disrespectful or even homophobic. For example, TikTok dance covers, if the dancer isn't seen as trying hard enough or changing the choreography slightly, then they are automatically um then they are automatically in what? And these comments often dominate or bashed. I'm going to say bashed or some automatically bashed. And these comments are often dominant any other fun or useful commentary about the video. These are TikToks. Not everyone are good. Not everyone is a good dancer, nor had the time to learn the choreo properly. And they're supposed to be fun. And what is this outrage even going to achieve? I'm surprised by the amount of vitriol that can go into a random person not shaking their hips enough over a 15-second dance cover. There are just so many more important and relevant gender and sexuality issues in K-pop that aren't discussed with nearly as much vitriol. The heteronormity of having only boy or girl groups in the first place, queer baiting, gendered visual standards, etc. However, looking at a 15-second video and deciding if it's feminine enough is an easy, quick way to virtue signal a feminist take and also used for fan wars. As someone who identifies as a woman and uses she or pronouns, I think this outrage is just another example of people using an easy out to hold the moralistic high ground without actually doing anything or contributing to useful discussions. This is unpopular because the amount of commentary on other social media platforms about this is mind blowing. Okay. Lambasted means to be criticized. I looked up the word just now. Thank you. I never pay attention to dances. Sorry. That is okay, Sumi. I think I've paid enough attention to boy groups dancing to girl groups, and I do see a lot of outrage about it. I feel this person is making a point though. Hard agree, like it just screams misandry. I agree, low key. I actually agree. Let me explain. Like I'd understand if people were upset if an idol is like supposed to be performing a girl group song, like a male idol supposed to be performing a girl group song, and it looks like he's not trying because he doesn't think it matters. But I mean, most of the boys, when they try to dance to girl group songs, they do it with a lot of energy. And even if they don't look completely feminine doing it, sometimes it's just because, a lot of a lot of male idols are masculine performers, so they're going to perform things very masculine like because it's just in them to how they perform. Even for example, recently Nikki of In Hypen, I saw a TikTok of him dancing to Hype Boy by New Jeans, and he was dancing to it right beside them. And he was doing great, but it still felt pretty masculine to me. It felt pretty masculine to me. And like it didn't look bad, and I wasn't upset about it because he's kind of a masculine performer. It also just like it doesn't really matter. Like they're having fun. They're dancing to these choreos because they like them. As long as they're not mocking anything, like I think it's perfectly fine. I feel like maybe a lot of girl group stands are defensive because I do agree that I saw a lot of clips back then of boy groups dancing to girl group songs on like TV, and it came off very mocking, especially when it came to like Red Velvet's choreo. Um, you know, it came a like I feel like there was a lot of mocking back then there too, but I feel like now there's a lot of appreciation for it. But I'm a guy in a very feminine, so I guess, and there are guys who are very feminine dancers too. Like, in my opinion, I think Sunu of Enhypen is very feminine in his dancing, and it shows. And I think that's perfectly fine. You don't have to be a man to have a masculine dancing style, vice versa for women. You don't have to be a woman to have a feminine dancing style. It just depends on what you are most used to, you know? If you want to get mad at male idols covering girl groups, get mad at the ones dressed up like women and mocked and acted like it was funny. Exactly. Because I've seen that on shows and they kind of play it up to be this funny thing. And they're not making fun of the guys, they're making fun of the fact that it's girly and feminine, which is wrong. That's sexist. That's wrong. And I feel like that's kind of been I don't see that happen a lot. I don't see that happen a lot because I feel like society has shifted a lot. But I feel like if you're just getting like mad at a boy group member for dancing to a girl group song but masculine like that's not really a problem. Some of them just exude masculine energy. I don't know. Some of them do. It's just like some girl group members when they're covering a boy group song, like some of them look very feminine while doing it because that's just their stage presence. That's how they move on stage. They're very feminine when they move on stage. That's just how it is. And I think getting mad at that or calling it sexist in any capacity is just stupid. Like it's false outrage. We need to hold Psy accountable for mocking femininity wearing yeah. There's a lot of idols back then and some even now that we need to hold accountable for that who haven't been called out for that. Like, a big one is BTS, and I like BTS, but come on. Like sometimes the way they were covering those Red Velvet songs, like it was very mocky, very mocky. Exactly. What's funny being feminine and dancing to girl group songs? Exactly. What is funny about a girl group song? Like what? It's girly, it's fun. Okay. Like there's nothing funny about that. True, you can't really change your stage presence like that. Only the rare few who are both masculine and feminine mixed can do that. Exactly. Most dancers, I don't want to sound like a know-it-all, but like feel like most dancers when especially in K-pop, when they dance, they're always going to look either masculine or feminine in their dancing. There's very few that can actually switch it up. Like I was learning Gorilla by ATEEZ earlier today and I realized I still look feminine even though it's a big dance because that's just how I grew. Exactly. Like that's just how you dance, feminine like. And that doesn't make anyone less or better of a dancer. It just means that's how you dance. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why anyone should get, you know. Psy tries to be comedic with his performances at times, but there's a limit, especially whenever he covers girl groups. I don't see anything funny about mocking girl groups. I don't see anything funny about that. I think it's a waste of time to even mock that. It's not funny. But okay, I'm going to remove the screensaver thing. And then okay, cuz I have to start getting ready for bed. I have to go soon. Some people just can't move certain ways when dancing. Psy is just not funny. I don't really find anything that he does really funny. Maybe it's just not my humor. It's probably just not my humor, but I don't really find it funny. I don't know if you guys can tell, but literally Even my voice is losing energy. I have to go to sleep soon. So I will see you guys whenever. I truly don't know when I'll see you guys again. But I had a fun time this live. It was really nice, you know. I had fun reading some K-pop opinions with you. Also, I don't know. I just hope you have a good life. And I hope when I do the live again, we can talk about whatever and have fun. So good night, everyone. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. Bye. Bye.